Am I the a-hole for not explaining straight away about how I lost my leg? Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell button to never miss any of our future videos. I am 24 male. In the summer of 2016, I was driving pretty late at night. There wasn't anybody around, so I was enjoying the peace and quiet. Then, out of nowhere, this speeding car hit me and I remember hearing a loud screech and seeing black. The next thing I remember is waking up in hospital and I'm told I was in a horrific car crash. Basically, another driver had been drunk driving and was speeding and slammed straight into the driver's side of the car. My lower body was crushed and I had broken all the major bones in my lower right leg beyond repair, and that my leg had been immediately amputated from the knee whilst I was unconscious. I also had breaks in other parts of me, open bleeding wound and even some burn wounds as part of the car had been leaking and caught fire. All in all, I was pretty lucky to be alive as I should have died. Anyway, I had a long recovery. I was in hospital for months and also had to learn to walk again with a fake leg. When I eventually did heal, I was left with some noticeable burn scars, normal scars due to the crash and quite glaringly a missing leg. The crash had a profound effect on me as I was only 20 and it destroyed my relationship with my then girlfriend and my mental health. It took me a long time to feel comfortable being an amputee and I decided to get into the dating game. My friends helped me and I have currently been talking to someone for the past few weeks and we've been able to meet a couple of times. She knows I'm missing a leg but I never explained why as I didn't really know her and it was an insanely personal thing to open up about. I finally told her what happened to me last night and explained that it's not something that's easy for me to talk about and how I'm pretty scarred both physically and mentally from it. I kinda thought she'd get it but she got really angry with me. She said that I'm an a-hole as I clearly don't trust her enough to open up about my past to her. Especially something as huge as the crash as it's pretty visible I only have one leg. I tried to reason with her and say that it's only been a few weeks but I just made things worse. I do really like her and I think maybe I could have said something earlier so I can see why she felt a little hurt, but I also believe that sometimes huge things take time to come out, so I don't know. Am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. It's only been a few weeks and it's entirely up to you if and when you feel comfortable telling someone about it. She has really overreacted there. Also, I'm sorry about your crash but I'm glad to hear you're getting through it. The driver got charged with DUI, dangerous driving and charges related to the damages. Turns out he had a few DUIs before so got a few years in jail and is still there, so at least the guy got charged. But thank you. I'm doing just fine. Not the a-hole. This is a red flag that she's making you feel guilty about something so personal. You have every right to wait to talk about your trauma. No one would ever think to pressure a vet to talk about combat or a woman to talk about her rape after only a few dates. I get an emotionally controlling vibe from her. Get out before anyone gets hurt. Not the a-hole. You went through something traumatic and if you've only been talking a few weeks, that's not a long length of time to open up about your trauma. She needs to chill. Absolutely. Not the a-hole. Even in a situation where there is an instant connection to someone in just a few weeks, it does not entitle you to carte blanche knowledge of critical episodes of the other person's past. This is incredibly presumptuous of this woman. I'd be really cautious with her. Info. I don't get it. Why is she angry after I told her? Was she angry before and pressuring you? Plus, unless something truly unusual happened, it was either going to be a car crash or an IED in Iraq, so I'm sure she could have made an educated guess. You're obviously not the a-hole. I feel I'm completely missing her point of view. So I met her through friends and she was always aware I had one leg. I could tell she was curious but she never outright said anything. I didn't know how things would go between us and I decided to tell her after a few weeks. She was angry after I told her because I guess she expected me to tell her sooner. My dude, she sounds insane. She's not entitled to your story and she's not entitled to intimacy from someone she barely knows. She should have been thankful and even honored that you shared your story with her. This woman is not going to make a supportive partner to you. Consider this a bullet dodged. Jesus ducking Christ. My friend just opened up to me about her brother stabbing and killing her dad. This happened 3 years ago. I known her for 6, and she was never able to tell me in full what happened until the other night. I thanked her later for trusting me. I can't imagine giving a selfish reaction like that to anyone I love. Not the a-hole. This is 100% the reaction she should have given him. Something is very off about her. If I was just her friend and she gave me this reaction, I'd ghost her. But I have extremely low tolerance for people like her in my life. Not the a-hole. These kind of personal things have to come naturally. You don't talk about your entire history with someone you just met. Not the a-hole. You have the right to open up and speak about very private matters at your own pace. This girl is clearly disturbed. You deserve much better. It always gets me when you actually share something with someone, that person can then get angry that you don't share these things with them. That is literally what you're doing, right at that moment. Just like the phrase "how come you never told me that?" Not never. I literally just finished telling you. Not the a-hole. Sitting here drinking my tea just being an armchair psychologist. Red flag warning. And a rather large red flag at that. You've known this chick for a couple weeks and she's already tripping on stuff like that? I'd nope right up on out of that situation quick, fast, and in a hurry. She's got trust issues that she needs to work out before she's ready for a relationship with anyone. Period. You've had enough trauma as of late. Please don't continue this relationship with her. It's inviting more grief into your life, bro.